The winter climate is dry and lasts between December and February. It is dry and pleasant in winter relative to the warm hot season that follows, which starts in March and lasts until October. Proximity to the sea maintains humidity levels at near constant levels year-round. Thus, the climate is similar to a humid tropical climate except for low precipitation and occasional temperatures well over 100 F, 38 C, due to dry continental influence. The city's highest monthly rainfall, 19 in, 480 millimeters, occurred in July 1967. The city's highest rainfall in 24 hours occurred on the 7th of August 1953, when about 278.1 millimeters, 10.95 in, of rain lashed the city, resulting in major flooding. Karachi's highest recorded temperature is 47.8 degrees Celsius, 118.0 degrees Fahrenheit, which was recorded on the 9th of May 1938, and the lowest is 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, recorded on the 21st of January 1934. Climate data for Karachi, 1991 to 2020. Month Jan, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, Sep, October, November, December. Year. Record high degree C, degree F, 32.8. 91.0, 36.5. 97.7, 42.5. 108.5, 44.4. 111.9, 47.8. 118.0, 47.0. 116.6, 42.2. 108.0, 41.7. 107.1, 42.8. 109.0, 43.3. 109.9, 38.5. 101.3, 35.5. 95.9, 47.8. 118.0. Mean daily maximum degree C, degree F, 26.3. 79.3, 28.7. 83.7, 32.6. 90.7, 35.0. 95.0, 35.7. 96.3, 35.7. 96.3, 33.6. 92.5, 32.5. 90.5, 33.4. 92.1, 35.6. 96.1, 32.6. 90.7, 28.4. 83.1, 32.5. 90.5. Daily mean degree C, degree F, 18.9. 66.0, 21.7. 71.1, 25.9. 78.6, 29.4. 84.9, 31.4. 88.5, 32.2. 90.0, 30.8. 87.4, 29.6. 85.3, 29.7. 85.5, 29.4. 84.9, 25.2. 77.4, 20.9. 69.6, 27.1. 80.8. Mean daily minimum degree C, degree F, 12.0. 53.6, 14.8. 58.6, 19.4. 66.9, 23.7, 74.7, 27.0, 80.6, 28.6, 83.5, 27.9, 82.2, 26.7, 80.1, 26.0, 78.8, 22.9, 73.2, 17.7, 63.9, 13.4, 56.1, 21.7, 71.0. Record low degree C, degree F, 0.0. 32.0, 3.3. 37.9, 7.0. 44.6, 12.2. 54.0, 17.7. 63.9, 22.1. 71.8, 22.2. 72.0, 20.0. 68.0, 18.0. 64.4, 10.0. 50.0, 6.1. 43.0, 1.3. 34.3, 0.0. 32.0. Average precipitation millimeter, inches, 10.6. 0.42, 5.5. 0.22, 3.2. 0.13, 1.1. 0.04, 0.2. 0.01, 14.6. 0.57, 53.1. 2.09, 64.7. 2.55, 24.0. 0.94, 2.7. 0.11, 0.7. 0.03, 5.6. 0.22, 186. 7.33. Average precipitation days, greater than or equal to 1.0 millimeters. 1.10, 0.8, 0.5, 0.1, 0.1, 0.7, 3.4, 3.1, 1.4, 0.4, 0.2, 0.6, 12.4. Mean monthly sunshine hours 269.7, 251.4, 272.8, 276.0, 297.6, 231.0, 155.0, 148.8, 219.0, 282.1, 273.0, 272.8, 2949.2. Mean daily sunshine hours 8.7, 8.9, 8.8, 9.2, 9.6, 7.7, 4.8, 7.3, 9.1, 9.1, 8.8, 8.1. Percent possible sunshine 81, 79, 73, 72, 72, 56, 37, 37, 59, 78, 83, 83, 68. Average ultraviolet index 6, 8, 10, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 11, 9, 6, 5, 10. Source 1, NOAA, Sun, 1961 to 1990. Source 2, Weather Atlas, and Karachi Extremes, 1931-2018. Cityscape. Glimpse of II Chandigarh Road as captured from the southern vantage point overlooking Chinna Creek. The city first developed around the Karachi harbour, and owes much of its growth to its role as a seaport at the end of the 18th century, contrasted with Pakistan's millennia-old cities such as Lahore, Multan, and Peshawar. Karachai's Mithadar neighborhood represents the extent of Kolokai prior to British rule. British Karachi was divided between the New Town and the Old Town, with British investments focused primarily on the New Town. The Old Town was a largely unplanned neighborhood which housed most of the city's indigenous residents and had no access to sewerage systems, electricity, and water. The new town was subdivided into residential, commercial, and military areas. Given the strategic value of the city, the British developed the Karachi cantonment as a military garrison in the new town to aid the British war effort in the First Anglo-Afghan War. The city's development was largely confined to the area north of the Chinna Creek prior to independence, although the seaside area of Clifton was also developed as a posh locale under the British, and its large bungalows and estates remain some of the city's most desirable properties. The aforementioned historic areas form the oldest portions of Karachi, and contain its most important monuments and government buildings, with the II Chandigarh Road being home to most of Pakistan's banks, including the Habib Bank Plaza, which was Pakistan's tallest building from 1963 until the early 2000s. Situated on a coastal plain northwest of Karachi's historic core lies the sprawling district of Oranjai. North of the historic core is the largely middle-class district of Nazimabad, and upper-middle-class North Nazimabad, which were developed in the 1950s. To the east of the historic core is the area known as Defence, an expansive upscale suburb developed and administered by the Pakistan Army. Karachi's coastal plains along the Arabian Sea south of Clifton were also developed much later as part of the Greater Defence Housing Authority project. Karachi's city limits also include several islands, including Barber and Pit Islands, Oyster Rocks, and Manora, a former island which is now connected to the mainland by a thin 12-kilometer-long shoal known as Sand Spit. Gulistani-Yoha, Gulshani Iqbal, Federal B area, Mullah, Landai and Koranjai areas were all developed after 1970. The city has been described as one divided into sections for those able to afford to live in planned localities with access to urban amenities, and those who live in unplanned communities with inadequate access to such services. 35% of Karachi's residents live in unplanned communities. Economy. Main article, Economy of Karachi. Being the largest city, Karachi is also Pakistan's financial and commercial capital. Since Pakistan's independence, Karachi has been the center of the nation's economy, and remains Pakistan's largest urban economy despite the economic stagnation caused by socio-political unrest during the late 1980s and 1990s. The city forms the center of an economic corridor stretching from Karachi to nearby Hyderabad and Thatta. As of 2021, Karachi had an estimated GDP, PPP, of $190 billion with a yearly growth rate of 5.5%. Karachi contributes 90% of Sinda's GDP and accounts for approximately 25% of the total GDP of Pakistan. The city has a large informal economy which is not typically reflected in GDP estimates. The informal economy may constitute up to 36% of Pakistan's total economy, versus 22% of India's economy, and 13% of the Chinese economy. The informal sector employs up to 70% of the city's workforce. In 2018, the Global Metro Monitor report ranked Karachi's economy as the best performing metropolitan economy in Pakistan. Today, along with Pakistan's continued economic expansion, Karachi is now ranked third in the world for consumer expenditure growth, with its market anticipated to increase by 6.6% in real terms in 2018. It is also ranked among the top cities in the world by an anticipated increase of a number of households, 1.3 million households, with annual income above $20,000 measured at PPP exchange rates by 2025. The Global FDI Intelligence Report 2017/2018 published by Financial Times ranks Karachi amongst the top 10 Asia-Pacific cities of the future for FDI strategy. According to Anatole Levin, the economic growth of Karachi is a result of the influx of muhajirs to Karachi during late 1940s and early 50s. Finance and banking. Most of Pakistan's public and private banks are headquartered on Karachi's II Chandigarh Road, which is known as Pakistan's Wall Street, with a large percentage of the cash flow in the Pakistani economy taking place on II Chandigarh Road. Most major foreign multinational corporations operating in Pakistan have their headquarters in Karachi. Karachi is also home to the Pakistan Stock Exchange, which was rated as Asia's best performing stock market in 2015 on the heels of Pakistan's upgrade to emerging market status by MSCI. Media and technology. Main articles: Media in Karachi, Cinema in Karachi, List of television stations in Karachi, List of magazines in Karachi, and List of newspapers in Karachi. Karachi has been the pioneer in cable networking in Pakistan, with the most sophisticated of the cable networks of any city of Pakistan, and has seen an expansion of information and communications technology and electronic media. The city has become a software outsourcing hub for Pakistan. Several independent television and radio stations are based in Karachi, including Business Plus, AAJ News, Geo TV, KTN, Sign TV, CNBC Pakistan, TV1, Express TV, ARY Digital, Indus Television Network, Samar TV, Abtak News, Bol TV, and Dawn News, as well as several local stations. Industry. Industry contributes a large portion of Karachi's economy, with the city home to several of Pakistan's largest companies dealing in textiles, cement, steel, heavy machinery, chemicals, and food products. The city is home to approximately 30% of Pakistan's manufacturing sector, and produces approximately 42% of Pakistan's value added in large-scale manufacturing. At least 4,500 industrial units form Karachi's formal industrial economy. Karachi's informal manufacturing sector employs far more people than the formal sector, though proxy data suggest that the capital employed and value added from such informal enterprises is far smaller than that of formal sector enterprises. An estimated 63% of the Karachi's workforce is employed in trade and manufacturing. Karachi Export Processing Zone, Site, Koranjai, Northern Bypass Industrial Zone, Bin Qasim and North Karachi serve as large industrial estates in Karachi. The Karachi Expo Center also complements Karachi's industrial economy by hosting regional and international exhibitions. Name of estate: location established area in acres. Site Karachi Site Town 1947 4700. Koranjai Industrial Area Koranjai Town 1968 500. Landai Industrial Area Landai Town 1949 11,000. North Karachi Industrial Area New Karachi Town 1974 725. Federal B Industrial Area Gulbeg Town 1987. Koranjai Creek Industrial Park Koranjai Creek Cantonment 2012 250. Bin Qasim Industrial Zone Bin Qasim Town 1970 25,000. Karachi Export Processing Zone Landai Town 1980 315. Pakistan Textile City Bin Qasim Town 2004 1250. West Wharf Industrial Area Kimari Town 430. Site Superhighway Phase I Superhighway 1983 300. Site Superhighway Phase II Superhighway 1992 1000. Revenue collection. As home to Pakistan's largest ports and a large portion of its manufacturing base, Karachi contributes a large share of Pakistan's collected tax revenue. As most of Pakistan's large multinational corporations are based in Karachi, income taxes are paid in the city even though income may be generated from other parts of the country. As home to the country's two largest ports, Pakistani customs officials collect the bulk of federal duty and tariffs at Karachi's ports, even if those imports are destined for one of Pakistan's other provinces. Approximately 25% of Pakistan's national revenue is generated in Karachi. According to the Federal Board of Revenue's 2006-2007 yearbook, tax and customs units in Karachi were responsible for 46.75% of direct taxes, 33.65% of federal excise tax, and 23.38% of domestic sales tax. Karachi accounts for 75.14% of customs duty and 79% of sales tax on imports, and collects 53.38% of the total collections of the Federal Board of Revenue, of which 53.33% are customs duty and sales tax on imports. Demographics. Main articles: Demographics of Karachi, ethnic groups in Karachi, and religion in Karachi. Karachi is the most linguistically, ethnically, and religiously diverse city in Pakistan. The city is a melting pot of ethno-linguistic groups from throughout Pakistan, as well as migrants from other parts of Asia. The 2017 census enumerated Karachi's population to be 14,910,352, having grown 2.49% per year since the 1998 census, which had listed Karachi's population at approximately 9.3 million. The city's inhabitants are referred to by the demonym Karachiite in English, and Kachu in Urdu. Language. Karachi has the largest number of Urdu speakers in Pakistan. As per the 2017 census, the linguistic breakdown of Karachi division is: Language rank 2017 census speakers, 1998 census speakers, 1981 census speakers. Urdu 142.30%, 6,779,142, 48.52%, 4,497,747, 54.34%, 2,830,098. Pashto 15.01%, 2,406,011, 11.42%, 1,058,658.71%, 453,628. Punjabi 310.73%, 1,719,636, 13.94%, 1,292,335, 13.64%, 710,389. Sindhi 410.67%, 1,709,877, 7.22%, 669,346.29%, 327,591. Saraiki 54.98%, 798,031, 2.11%, 195,681, 0.35%, 18,228. Balochi 64.04%, 648,964, 4.34%, 402,386, 4.39%, 228,636. Others 12.25%, 1,963,233, 12.44%, 1,153,126, 12.27%, 639,560. All 100%, 16,024,894, 100%, 9,269,265, 100%, 5,208,132. The category of others includes Hindko, Kashmiri, Kahistani, Burushaski, Gujarati, Memoni, Mewari, Dari, Braille, Makrani, Khoa, Gilgiti, Balti, Arabic, Farsi, and Bengali. Population. At the end of the 19th century, Karachi had an estimated population of 105,000. By the dawn of Pakistan's independence in 1947, the city had an estimated population of 400,000. The city's population grew dramatically with the arrival of hundreds of thousands of Muslim refugees from the newly independent Republic of India. Rapid economic growth following independence attracted further migrants from throughout Pakistan and South Asia. The 2017 census enumerated Karachi's population to be 14,910,352. Having grown 2.49% per year since the 1998 census, which had listed Karachi's population at approximately 9.3 million. Lower than expected population figures from the census suggest that Karachi's poor infrastructure, law and order situation, and weakened economy relative to other parts of Pakistan made the city less attractive to immigration than previously thought. The figure is disputed by all the major political parties inside. Karachi's population grew by 59.8% since the 1998 census to 14.9 million, while Lahore city grew 75.3%, though Karachi's census district had not been altered by the provincial government since 1998, while Lahore's had been expanded by Punjab's government, leading to some of Karachi's growth to have occurred outside the city's census boundaries. Karachi's population had grown at a rate of 3.49% between the 1981 and 1998 census, leading many analysts to estimate Karachi's 2017 population to be approximately 18 million by extrapolating a continued annual growth rate of 3.49%. Some had expected that the city's population to be between 22 and 30 million, which would require an annual growth rate accelerating to between 4.6% and 6.33%. Political parties in the province have suggested the city's population has been underestimated in a deliberate attempt to undermine the political power of the city and province. Senator Taj Haider from the PPP claimed he had official documents revealing the city's population to be 25.6 million in 2013, while the signed Bureau of Statistics, part of by the PPP-led provincial administration, estimated Karachi's 2016 population to be 19.1 million. District population density per kilometer. According to 2017 census, with 43,063.51 residents per square kilometer, Karachi Central is the most densely populated district of the 6 districts of Karachi as well as the entirety of Pakistan. Rank district population, 2017 census, area, square kilometer, density. 1 Central 2,971,382 69 43,063.51 2 Korangi 2,577,556 108 23,866.26 3 East 2,875,315 139 20,685.72 4 South 1,769,230 122 14,501.